Hello again. So we're back for the second orientation video, and we left off on part 6 of the required initial assignment, which is taking the MAT 1033 pretest. So for this one, again, it's tough to estimate. It'll be different for everybody, but I would say a lot about an hour for this one. It should take a lot less time, but just in case, give an hour. So the pretest, it's math material. It's stuff that I expect you guys to know coming into this class. It's not for a grade. It doesn't count toward your course average. You'll see a score on it, but it's not anything that's reflected in your course grade. So in that sense, don't worry about that part. But what I do want you to worry about is it is kind of a tool to let you know how prepared you are for the course. So if we scroll down to the bottom of this page here, interpreting your results, if you get a really low score, so it's 15 questions, so 7 or fewer questions correct. That's something that really concerns me. And remember that during this first week, you have until Saturday, August 21st, to make any potential changes to your schedule. So if you score really low on the pretest, if you're going through those first 4 assignments in Module 1 and the stuff looks really unfamiliar, then we should probably get you out of this class and into a class that's a better fit. I promise you guys, everybody is capable of passing this math class as soon as they're ready to pass this class. So if you're just in over your head, maybe you got in by a placement test score and you just feel a little bit out of your depth, that's fine. We can move you around into a different level class, but just make sure that you make any changes before August 21st, before Saturday. That's really, really important. Okay, so the pretest, we'll be using HonorLock software. So you see the HonorLock tab over here to the left. So that's an online proctoring system that we started using for online classes recently. It is mandatory through SCF. We're required to use it, but just be aware of that. So you do need a webcam and a photo ID to use HonorLock. So you'll read through this before you get started. The materials that you should bring, have a photo ID with you, a blank scratch paper, pen or pencil, and a calculator. And again, this test doesn't count toward a grade, but it's kind of a good way to practice using HonorLock. So this is the same stuff that I require during a regular module exam. And while you're taking, or to get ready to take the pretest, you'll click next, and there's a video created by another SCF professor on the Venice campus, Professor Bellissimo, who's awesome. And he created a video like he's a student trying to take an HonorLock test. So it's really helpful just to watch him go through the process. So definitely watch that whole video before you get in the weeds with this. And then when you click next again, you'll see the MAT 1033 pretest page. It'll ask you for a password, but you're not going to ever know what the password is or type it in. HonorLock, the whole process, will type it in for you. So you'll see that in the video. So the password will be automatically generated. And eventually it'll be kind of like a ghost is typing it in. You'll see it typed in, but you won't see what the letters are. And then you can begin your pretest. It's timed at 30 minutes. Submit the test when you're finished, and then, look at your results. So I'll click next. This is the link to that video for how to use HonorLock, so definitely check that out. And then when I click next again, so then you'll see this MAT 1033 pretest page. Here it's asking for a password. So again, you're not going to know what the password is. You're going to go in, and I go into HonorLock, and you'll go through this MAT 1033 pretest. You'll launch there. You'll go through that whole process, and that will generate the password for you. So watch the video, check that out, and then hopefully it will go pretty well. All right, so that's it for the required initial assignment. All kind of minor assignments, nothing super, super time consuming other than the first 4 Module 1 assignments in my lab math. So it's due on Friday night, August 20th, and that's everything that's due during week 1. So just make sure that you complete it. Again, don't start doing it on Friday. Start ahead of time, and that way if I have any questions, we have plenty of time to answer them. So with the rest of this video, I just want to go over a couple of other things that I want to highlight about the course. And basically everything I'm saying is in either the syllabus or the FAQs page, but I just want to make sure you guys are aware of all this stuff. So one is as you go into grades, oh yeah, and I'm a student, so I can click on it. I want everybody's grades. So when you go into Canvas grades, you'll have an average throughout the semester. Right now I have nothing because I haven't done anything. but you'll see your grades updated throughout the semester. Your official grade is in Canvas. You will also see a grade when you're in MyLab Math. Oops, sorry. Navigating around. So when you guys are in MyLab Math, there's also a gradebook function that you can access over here. So in MyLab Math, you'll be able to see a grade, and again, I have a 0 right now, but you'll be able to see a grade as you complete your assignments. This is a fake grade in MyLab Math. Your real actual grade is going to be in Canvas. So as you guys complete assignments in MyLab Math, they will be pulled into your Canvas gradebook. That won't happen instantaneously. It'll happen periodically, maybe 2 or 3 times per week. So if you do a homework assignment and get 100 in MyLab Math, and then you go in Canvas and it has like a 20%, it just means that one of the grade syncs ran while you were in the middle of the homework assignment. So you should see it update over the next few days, but your official grade is in Canvas. So I just want to point that out. And also just one more thing to mention about HonorLock. You'll use HonorLock for that pretest that I mentioned. You'll also use it for all of your module exams and also the final exam. So all of the tests throughout the course will be proctored. You do not need to use HonorLock for any of the quizzes. So it's just those module exams, the pretest, and then the final exam. All right, so let's just bounce around the rest of this Canvas page. Next up is this Help Me module. So if you guys want to meet with me virtually, please email me and we can schedule a time where it works for both of us. And then if you click this link, it'll take you into a Teams meeting with the two of us. I'm also on campus Monday through Thursday during these times in my office. And on top of that, I work from home on Fridays from 8 to 12. So usually Fridays are a really good time to meet with me virtually, but I'm not on campus. So if you guys are going to come visit me, which you're welcome to do, just be aware that I'm not there on Fridays. I'm at home. I also recommend that everybody check out the Tutoring and Academic Success Center. This used to be called the Academic Resource Center, the ARC. They have free tutoring. You can get tutoring in person on campus, Venice, Bradenton, and there's also tutoring available in limited amounts at Lakewood Ranch. Or you can do it virtually from home. You guys are in an online class. You can schedule a virtual tutoring appointment. This is the link to the textbook. Textbooks have helpful stuff in them, so I would recommend checking that. And then also this is a link to just navigate around some of the videos and other features that they have in MyLab Math. All right, next up we've got these scavenger hunts, and these are due every Thursday. They're worth a relatively small amount of points, but honestly, for the time that it's going to take you guys to complete these are the easiest points to earn throughout the whole class, so please don't forget about these. So for example, the first scavenger hunt, I try to be really explicit and give you guys like screenshots and be really detailed. So this first scavenger hunt is telling you, and I'm not seeing the screenshot, so it's still loading. Here we go. So it's telling you how to review a quiz or an exam that you've completed in MyLab Math. So it leads you through the MyLab Math gradebook. And I just ask that you look at a wrong answer. You click the red triangle so that your answer pops up and then the correct answer is already displayed. So just showing you how to review quizzes or exams. And they'll just be little things like that that hopefully will help you navigate the course. So all of the scavenger hunts are really to help you guys. So definitely do those. They're worth points. It's relatively easy points, so make sure you do those. So every Thursday, those will be due. And then going forward, I have a spot for each module, modules 1 through 6 in the course. So just popping into module 1 so you can see what it looks like, because they all have pretty much the same format. So module 1, it's just a reminder about the requirements for homework assignments, the quizzes, and then talks about the module 1 exam, what you are and aren't allowed to do. And then I just want to mention that module 1, for example, is not from chapter 1 in the book. It's from sections 2.3 through 2.8. So I will list these corresponding sections for every module in this tab. And then I just have some pages highlighted in the e-text that I recommend you guys check out. You'll see that for every different module. If you click here, this will take you back to that assignments tab in MyLab Math. And by the way, I just want to mention, it'll take you to all assignments. just in case you ever end up on a tab where it just says homework and it's not showing you the quizzes, you can either go straight to the quizzes and tests or you can navigate around to all assignments. So you can toggle back and forth there. Click next. For every exam, I have a tips section. So different ways for you to review the quizzes. There's a study plan for the Module 1 exam, and it won't be visible to you guys right now because the exam isn't open, but I just opened it for this video. So when you're on the assignments page, you'll see this pop up once the exam is visible. And this is optional. It's not for your grade at all, but it's just practice questions that are populated based on what I put in the Module 1 exam. So that's the study plan. You'll see one for every exam. Or I'll post a paper PDF review that you can check out as well. These exams are timed at 60 minutes. You'll have these supplies with you. You'll use Honor Lock, same format as the pretest. And then right now, Module 1 exam is locked, so you guys can't take it. But when it's open, you'll see that password box, just like we saw for the pretest. And then I encourage everybody to do this for all the exams. It's an optional assignment. That's why I put optional at the front. But I do recommend that you submit your work. So have that blank scratch paper, write out your work for the test, nice and organized for me. And then take photos on your phone, convert it into a PDF, and post it in this assignment here. And then I can go through and potentially give you some partial credit on questions that you got wrong on the test. MyLab Math is fantastic, but it's still a robot. So if it's looking, for like I've seen students where they type a bunch of XY coordinates and they don't separate them with a comma. So they do like 0,2, and then they just type, 2,5 right next door without a comma in between the two parentheses, and it's marked wrong where I, the human, can tell that it's correct. So something like that, I can go through and give you full credit for. So definitely submit your work, mention anything like that to me, and I'm happy to take a look. So you've got that for modules 1 through 6, and then down here is the final exam. This is maybe getting ahead of the game, but if you click on About the Final Exam, it will tell you all about the final exam. So when it gets to the end of the semester and you're wondering, oh, when's the final? How do I study? What's the study guide? Blah, blah, blah. All that stuff is in here. So be sure to check that out. I'll have a scavenger hunt that walks you through all of this as well. But just be aware that there's information about the final exam, study guides, and then you can submit your work for the final exam as well. So just be aware that that'll be there. All right. Okay, so I think that is all I have for you guys. Good luck in the class, and please contact me if you have any questions. Ooh, and that's the one other thing that I forgot to mention. The way that I will communicate with you guys in the course through these announcements, which I haven't posted one yet, but announcements as well as through Canvas messages. So please make sure you're checking the announcements and your Canvas messages. There's a way, I always forget how to do it, but there's a way in your profile, I want to say, yeah. So if you hit on account and then notifications, you can even update it so that every time I post an announcement, you get an email or a text message or whatever. So they've got all these different options in there. But just, in some form or another, make sure that you're checking my announcements because I'm not going to show up at your front door. So that's the only way I have to reach you guys. So make sure you're in Canvas, checking those announcements and your inbox throughout the course. And good luck. Look forward to working with you guys.